Hi, this is a brief video just to let you know that I got my CT scan result yesterday. This was a scan from last week. I didn't have time to wait at the clinic for the results, and it was all clear, no evidence of disease, which is quite amazing. So it's almost exactly 6 years since I was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal cancer. And I thought in this video I would just kind of just go over what happened very briefly, just so that if you've only watched a couple of my videos, you kind of know the background. So I was diagnosed in 2016 in July. It's now June 2022. So next month it will be 6 years. And the diagnosis was completely unexpected. I got sick from taking an antibiotic, and the doctor was a bit kind of suspicious. So she sent me for some tests. I had a blood test and x-rays, and later an endoscopy and a gastroscopy, so checking the stomach and checking the intestines. And a huge tumour was found in my intestines. And then the CT scan showed that at the time of diagnosis, the cancer had already spread in my abdomen, which means it's terminal. So it spread to my liver. There were, I think, 6 tumours in my liver, and it spread to a lot of lymph nodes. And it looked like it spread to the abdominal membrane, which is extremely bad news. And then I had another scan, this time a PET scan, which is the one with the radioactive sugar that is injected into you and goes around your body, and it lights up on the scan where the cancer is. And that one confirmed that the cancer was in my abdominal membrane. So that meant I had, at that time, 7 to 9 months to live realistically. So although I was diagnosed in the UK, I decided to go back to Japan for treatment because I knew Japanese healthcare was generally better than the UK, particularly cancer care. But I had no idea that Japanese cancer care could be so advanced, and through my Australian friend Tracy Northcott, I ended up at a cancer clinic in Tokyo, and the head of regenerative medicine there, Dr. Teranuma, he's sort of the father of immunotherapy in Japan, and he treated me and continues to treat me. So I had surgery, I had chemotherapy, a lot of chemotherapy, had molecular targeted therapy, I had immunotherapy, and the cancer was under control. So things were shrinking, and it was going okay. And then it looked like everything was like stable, and around 2000, early 2018, so like a year and a half after starting treatment, it seemed that the cancer was just in my liver, and I had the possibility of proton beam therapy for my liver, so I did that, and it seems that wasn't successful. So then I had a liver resection, so I think I had about half my liver taken, plus the gallbladder, and then I had 6 very pleasant months without chemotherapy, but during the liver surgery, the the surgeon kind of washed the inside of my abdomen, and the washings are then analysed in the lab, and it showed the presence of cancer cells in the abdominal washings, which meant that there's probably still cancer on the abdominal membrane. Not definitely, but likely. So after 6 months of no chemotherapy, tumours appeared again in my liver and in my right lung, and also some lymph nodes in my spine called para-aortic lymph nodes. So like in your heart, you've got the aorta kind of goes down and eventually divides and goes into your legs. So yeah, the lymph nodes kind of around there near my spine were glowing on the PET scan. So it was obviously not good, but radiotherapist specialising in tomotherapy, which is a special kind of split beam radiotherapy, he agreed to treat me, and I tried some different chemo as well. Really brutal one called irinotecan, part of the FOLFIRI protocol. So I did that, and so I had radiotherapy for my liver and lymph nodes and right lung, plus chemo, plus more immunotherapy. All this time I'm having kind of immunotherapy and hypothermia therapy, so like heating up the tumours to get more chemotherapy agent in, and also to damage the tumours and hope that they get recognised by the immune system. And I also took some metabolic therapy. I took dichloroacetate, and later, when that proved too expensive, I took metformin, which is a diabetes drug that may weaken cancer's defense, or one of cancer's defenses against the immune system. Cancers form lactic acid in the tumor microenvironment, and that makes it less likely for white blood cells to be able to get in and attack the cancer. But taking dichloroacetate or metformin or a bunch of other drugs seems to inhibit that process a bit, which means maybe more white blood cells get through. So that was 2000 and just looking at my medical record, 2019. So August 2019, I did my radiotherapy for liver and lung and para-aortic lymph nodes, and then November of 2019 did a PET scan, and there were no visible tumours. And since then, I've had scans every few months, now down to scans every 6 months because there's been no evidence of disease. I have monthly blood tests, track a couple of tumour markers. There's like biomarkers for cancer. So I track CEA and CA19-9. And generally, yeah, in all that time, they've been in within like the normal levels of someone without cancer. So that's it, really. So it's now been 2 years of no evidence of disease. Presumably there's still very small tumours, maybe cancer floating around in me. I'm trying to find advanced tests to see if that's the case or not. Maybe a high resolution scan would be useful, although then you're getting a lot more radiation, so I don't know if there's I don't know about the risks there. I generally have 5mm slice CT scans with a contrast agent, but I could do a 3mm one. I can't really do a PET scan at the moment because in Japan, if you don't have any visible active disease after cancer treatment, then PET scan isn't covered on insurance. But still, so yeah, I'm looking for advanced testing. Hopefully in a few months' time, the new microRNA testing will be available, and that may tell me that pretty conclusively there's no cancer in my body. We shall find out. So, next scan in 6 months' time, but I will do some videos before then. And until then, please check out makecancerhistory.jp, which is the non-profit I'm setting up to cure all cancers everywhere for all people. Need to just get on and sort out cancer care, because it's really not very good and it doesn't have to be this way. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.